Hey there folks, I am the Mighty Plantain. Thanks for checking out this video. It is Saturday, July 3rd of 2021, and we're looking at something from Lake St. George Brewing. This is their number 96 IPA, India Pale Ale. Now, apparently I'm lucky to get a hold of this. Thanks, Fingers, for passing this on to me, because his wife, Lady Fingers, apparently likes this one a lot, and this was the last one left, and he brought it to me for review after their trip to Lake St. George Brewing. So, big thanks to you guys. He just rolled his eyes at me, probably the second I opened this video and he saw which can was sitting here, and said, dude, why do you always wait until you're already in the fucking bag to review the beers I bring you? Well, sorry. It's just the way it worked out yet again tonight. I have been working my way through a set series of beers, and yeah, I'm well into my cups at this point. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will be number 6. And of those 5 over there, one's a 4%, one's a 6.5%. And the other 3 are, I believe, 9% or above. At least 2 of them are above 9%. I think the other one might be an 8. Anyway, so just to give you a little perspective on how I'm doing right now, cruising on the buzz pretty good. So number 96 IPA from Lake St. George Brewing. 7.5% ABV. Okay, nothing else coming through here. Now, Lake St. George has a lot of really good solid beers. Kerplunk being a great fruited sour. They're fairly conveniently located for a lot of people, I want to say. If you're hitting up some of the Skowhegan breweries like OPB and Bigelow being like a big favorite of mine. Don't get me wrong, OPB's got some great beers, and but I'm sorry, just Bigelow tops you guys out. OPB is more of a tap room / setup, whereas Bigelow is an experience in and of itself. Anyway, just not to crap on one in favor of the other, but they're different destinations. But Lake St. George is pretty close to those if you're going to hit a few breweries in a day. Correct me if I'm wrong, folks, but I think you could do OPB, Bigelow, and Lake St. George all in one day easily enough. But they're in that relative area, and again, they're on the way to a couple of different other places. I would say Liberty Craft Brewing is nearby there. Unfortunately, Liberty did not survive the pandemic. There may have been some other factors there, but they didn't make it through. They had a great view, some good beers, decent food, and like I said, the view off the back deck of Liberty Craft Brewing was amazing. You could look out over the mountains, and in the fall, it was fucking beautiful. Okay, enough about that. We're talking about Liberty today. We're talking about Lake St. George today. Yeah, I should really slow down after this one. All right, so number 96 IPA. I knew at one point what the significance of number 96 was, and it escapes me right now. So let's take a good look at this beer now that I've let it settle for a little while. Not very effervescent. I'm not seeing a lot of bubbles coming up through there, but there are a couple of little streams there. It's got some haziness to it. Now, some of that is the glass getting frosted by condensation, but the beer itself is pretty hazy. It's got a nice light yellow coloration. Turns into a bit of an orangish or copper color towards the top there. So it's got a little bit of color stratification. That's kind of nice. What is that? I'm getting an overall hoppy bitterness. Is that a hint of pineapple? Maybe into pineapple. Weird. There's not like a lot of sweetness coming up through there, but honestly, I'm getting an aroma reminiscent of pineapple. Huh. It's got a nice medium mouthfeel. There's a slight oiliness, maybe a hint of greasiness to it. Greasiness. Greasy. Just a slight hint of oiliness, and that can be typical of IPAs. Hop oils are what give them a lot of their flavor. I mean, it's smooth. It's got a crisp finish. Obviously easy drinking. I can see why this is one of the ladies' favorites. It's well put together. I'm getting a lot of pine up front. I'm mostly keyed towards pine and citrus. I think I mentioned that in every video that features a hoppy beer, but it might be your only video ever watching, so I just need to quantify that. But I'm definitely getting a good amount of pininess to it, but that slightly oily mouthfeel is giving way to a bit of a resinous dankness that underlies the whole thing. Again, it's very crisp. There's a lot of freshness to it, and maybe into grassiness. I'm wondering if they use, fresh cut hops and do a little bit of wet hopping on it. I mean, it could be dry hopping, but wet hopping, I'm thinking. Yeah, it's good. It's fresh and crisp. That's really the best way to describe it. It's like mowing a wet lawn. Yeah, I'm liking it. The more I talk about it and the more I let it settle on the palate, the more that grassiness comes through. So, yeah. It's really well put together. It's a crisp, fresh, easy drinking, piney and grassy IPA. I'm hitting this one with a 3.5 out of 5. It's a nice, well put together, above average beer. It's not giving me anything that I haven't had in other beers before, which is why it's not pushing itself up to the 4 category. I've got nothing bad to say about it. It's just not really putting me in that mood of 4 to or higher. But again, bear in mind, on a scale of 1 to 5, 2.5 is average, so 3.5 puts it as significantly above average rating. It's a good beer. It's a good IPA. It's just really solid and well put together, but I'm just not getting anything that's pushing it above that for me. Nothing different or stand out. But again, I can really see why it's one of the Ladyfinger's favorites, because this is a very well put together IPA with a broad appeal, and I think a lot of people that don't necessarily get into the really heavy hoppier beers are going to like this one too. It's pretty damn good. So, but that's just my opinion. Hit me up down below in the comments or the email link. Let me know what you think of it. While you're down there, don't forget to like and share the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Till next time, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Talked about how well into my cups. I already am, but I think I'm going to try and push a couple more of these through tonight. We'll see. Cheers.